We shouldn't let people who don't have any interest in our football. They have their own interest. They don't have the interest of the progress of our football. It's very sad, eh? It's very sad. I coached from in the then Vodacom league. I coached there, and then I coached in the NFD, and then I coached in the PSL. It reminds me of the good old days at Vodacom. It's today was as bad as that. Never would I imagine things to be like this at any given time in the PSL. I would never imagine this, and you care so much about the game that, particularly not only the game, I care about South African football a lot. I'm one person who, from time to time, wishes to see us grow and progress, and all of that. But when things come to a point where the game is not controlled by players, then we are in trouble. We are in serious trouble because our national team will just remain the same, and if people don't help, other people, other stakeholders don't help and say, hey, this is what we witnessed, and it's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. You so wish that if it was possible that all matches should be televised live, to the general public, not only to people who can afford, what is it? Is it streaming or whatever? Yeah. So not only for those people, or those people who can afford the premiums, in the DSTV thing, and you often wonder when people are watching a match, really people, and yes, you have won. Do you really get happy when you see this? And how long do you think your team is going to survive?
But then, coach, because coaches get punished, for a lack of a better word, when you talk about this, then how do you then address?
That's why I'm not saying anything. What can we do? We cannot help the game so much, because I'm of the thinking and of the thought that we need to share the responsibilities of taking care of this game, and when a match is on, it's not only my team or the opponents or the officials, it's everybody who can advise each other to say, but did you see that? And that way we have a harmonious way of working, of a working relationship. But you see, when you're speaking to these young men, it's said that the faces are frowning. It's like, people have come here for war, and it's not the intention. We need to help each other here. We cannot separate ourselves and say when we are involved in one thing, we are involved in one thing, and we separate ourselves. No, look after your team and look after mine. I mean, what is that? We are looking after the game. What about the game? Because the game is more important than you and everybody else. And the sad part about this game is that it will remain. But how do you live it as a person? You must leave it intact. You must leave it in good hands. You must leave it solid. Don't just leave it and come and see the distraction of football. It's very painful. Everybody puts in a shift. We work hard. These players work hard. These kids are working hard, and they don't complain often. They never ever complain, these kids. We never complain. We go on with the job. We don't say anything. You never find us in the media and saying, hey, this and this and this and that and that and that. You know? Last week we had a situation, our players were pushed and all these things. Nothing happened. You know, so maybe we are a soft target.
Yeah, but also looking at the implications of the results as well, that it's not just taking care of the game, that it has so much impact.
Exactly. And this is a sad thing, you know. That's why I'm saying, do you get happy because you won? Yeah, it's sad. Very sad. You see, the pain is not of us losing matches. We will bounce back. It's not about us losing the matches. The pain is what is done to the game, what is done to the PSL. That is the biggest pain. What is done to the image of the PSL. Because if you focus on one side and you leave this other side that is denting the image of the PSL, then we have a problem.
Coach, speaking about moving forward,